Hi guys, and welcome to our new series, Riviera Partners Realty IG Live series, International Luxury Real Estate Experts. Our objective is to bring to you up-to-date information on what's going on in our region. Our region here in Mexico stretches all the way from Costa Carellas in the south, about 2 to 3 hours south of Port Shore of the Bay of Banderas in the Riviera Nayarit, Susurros de Corazon, which is in the northern shore, Punta de Mita, and the Punta Mita residential community. I'm here today, as always, with my good friend and business partner, Wally Lopez.
Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you everybody for tuning in into our Instagram live series. Here we are today in the Nuevo Vallarta area, which is in the middle of the Bay of Banderas. This is a residential and resort community that is encompass different hotels, golf courses, restaurants, different commercial areas, but also encompass a beautiful marina. We're in the Nuevo Vallarta Marina. This is a very large marina composed by different hotels and residential. And today we are here with Sally Foster Jones, who's gonna join us in any moment. And Isla Capitán, let me tell you about it. This is a 6-bedroom home, 7 full bedrooms, 1.5 bathroom with a lobby and piano, bar, central patio, professional kitchen, library, and TV room, but also moors up to 120 feet slip that you can fit several boats, and has a beautiful deck that connects to the slip. It's a beautiful property located on at about 17,000 square feet lot. And once you're here in this house and you want to go out on your boat, believe me, you're at about not even 5 minutes when you start connecting from the marina to the rest of the bay and go out to visit the Marietta Islands and the rest of the bay, or go out and just play in the bay. It's for those who really love to have a house in the marina here in Mexico and being connected to the ocean, and also having your boat just pretty much a few feet from your house. It's just an amazing property.
Thanks, Wally. Yeah, so we're here at this spectacular property that we have co-listed with Sally Foster Jones. Sally's here. Thanks for joining us, Sally.
Hi there. How are you?
Great, thank you. Thanks for joining us again. You are our first special guest on our show, being a close friend of ours, and we've worked so much together over the years. So everybody, this is Sally Foster Jones. Sally is the CEO and founder of the SFJ Group and executive director of luxury estates for Compass in Beverly Hills and Los Angeles. Very successful in our business. We're very happy to have you with us today, Sally. Thank you.
Welcome, Sally. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Ollie and Jonathan. It is absolutely a pleasure. I just love, talking to you and being with you, and wish I was down in Mexico with you right now.
Yeah, we're lucky. As Wally was saying, this is a spectacular house. As we always do after the show today, we'll put together a video that we'll post on all of our social media, both Sally's and her companies and us and our companies, and it will show some spectacular photos of this beautiful property. As you can see, it's very colorful. It's very Mexican, rich in architecture and colors. It's a really spectacular property. The reason that we joined up with you, Sally, and your great team and your amazing name and business in Beverly Hills to sell this property together.
Yes, and that's the plan. And we have lots of buyers and potential buyers in Beverly Hills who actually would love a property right now in Mexico. I mean, we're enjoying being here, but everyone is ready to just do something else.
Yeah, that's great. Well, tell us a little bit about it, because when we first spoke to you, we were all in, complete lockdown. We're still here with our face masks, obviously, but as you know, this house is wide open. Behind the camera, it's a wide open, beautiful, we're under a big, beautiful Mexican palapa, and this house is completely wide open. We're in the fresh air. So, we've been very careful about it still here, I know, as you are there, but how have you seen the market? Because talking to you and seeing what's going on, it seems that you've been extremely busy these last couple of months.
Yeah, it's been very, very interesting. So initially at lockdown, everyone was in a panic mode, and then that did pass, fortunately, as far as the panic. And they're looking and saying, you know what do I want? Just being at home and staying at home, and their homes have become much more important. and what their environment is like is so much more important. And what do they like and what don't they like? And having a second home or an additional home is also something that is very, very high up on the list. So, and looking for something particularly that has outdoor space, because there's really no entertaining or inside that's going on. It's really anyone who's doing any type of small social gatherings, they're doing them outside. And so having outdoor space is really so much more desirable right now. And particularly what has been interesting for us is that the entry-level market has been very strong in our area, and the luxury market. So there's two different components, but that has really been what the strongest part of the market has been. And there is a lot of activity. I mean, surprisingly, there is a lot of activity, and real estate has been very, very strong in the greater Los Angeles area.
Wow, that's amazing, Sally. So the last time we spoke, I think it was back in May, no, Jonathan,
Yeah.
when we spoke, and as Jonathan mentioned, we were getting pretty much out of the lockdown timetable that they gave us, not only for the U.S., but also for Mexico. And I think we also have experienced a lot of activity for, as you mentioned, a lot of people really looking for second homes, but also looking for places that have a lot of space, open air, and not only this kind of feature, but also the features that everybody's looking for, which is good internet access, so they can do the homeschooling and the home office, definitely from remote areas. So we've been quite busy down here, pretty much I will say since middle of June and on until today. We're still seeing a lot of buyers definitely looking for a second home. So it's interesting to also to hear that you're experiencing continuing the same patterns as we discussed before.
Yes, and what has happened also is that there are people are working from home much more, and they're not going into their offices, and so where they are is they can be anywhere as long as they do have that internet access and have a computer or have like what we're doing right now. We're not in the same room, but we are clearly together and communicating. And now with the start of school, and school for the most part right now is also remote, and so they're just taking their children and their families, and they can be anywhere right at this moment and still get online learning and be connected to work. So it's a very interesting time, but the needs have really expanded as far as what people are looking for right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen our market here, as we've been talking about before the show, but our market here really is exponentially increased as opposed to historically at this time of the year. This time of the year, typically for us here, it's kind of September and October are the months in between the summer season and our main high season, as you know, kind of starting in November and the American Thanksgiving specifically. Educate their children from home. A lot of the schools throughout Mexico are still, doing the homeschooling through probably October, November, some talking about into early next year. So I think that component of having a place where you can be more fresh air, less people around, and obviously our area has always been a very safe place to be throughout the whole region. And there's now the connectivity of having the internet as we have fiber optic and everything like that. It's really brought us into a different realm, as it were. So it's very interesting times for us all, and thankfully we've been a lot busier than we've been ever this time of the year right now in across our companies, and specifically Riviera Partners Realty. So it's really, now it's hot and humid. We're now hotter time of the year, so we get heavy rains every night. It's spectacular. We get these incredible lightning and thunderstorms, and it really is a spectacular time of the year, as you know. And then early November, the weather shifts again, and we have that fresh, cool weather for 6, 7, 8 months that follow. So, we're excited. We, definitely, the market, we don't know, any of us, what's going to happen in the future, but we're very positive and optimistic about what we're seeing and feeling here. Like you were saying, we're starting to get a lot more of our American and Canadian friends coming down again and visiting and starting to rent again from the Thanksgiving which we weren't sure for a while there, given the COVID situation, what was going to happen. So it seems to be like traveling's becoming, opening up more now, obviously with face masks and different protocol that we're all following as we do different things. But we're excited. We feel very positive, not only about selling this property, Hacienda Isla Capitán, with you in the very close, near future, but definitely of the upcoming months and years ahead. I think that there's a lot going on here, as you know, and your area is always perfect, right? You're in a beautiful, also a little bubble there where you are, and the real estate market is always very healthy.
Yeah, well, this year, interestingly, the statistics are that we are actually more active. We've had more sales and more high-end sales on our luxury end than we've had last year, which was a terrific year. So, it has been a very, very interesting time, and nobody would have predicted what would have happened and how it's happening. But there really is what appears to be a shift in what people are looking for, and can't say for sure what is going to happen in the future. But what is happening now, I think, will have a definite impact on a permanent basis. And I don't know that it's ever going to, go back to how significant that is and what is really important to them. So I think that, there's been a lot of soul searching on what is, what's really important, and a home is really important, and how you feel in that home and what that environment is. And I think that is something that is going to remain no matter what happens.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can still hear me. I lost you for a moment there.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay,
very interesting shift in the market, really, isn't it? And throughout.
We totally agree with you. I think the soul searching in a lot of the clientele that we deal, which is very similar to the one you have in Beverly Hills, it's definitely the most important thing. What are they going to do for the next years with their family, and how? Because we all know that this COVID situation is here to stay for a little longer. So it is definitely very important for a lot of the families how to, give a better life to their families at home, either if it's in Beverly Hills or, buying a second place. We know, Sally, that it's hard to forecast, but definitely I'm curious to hear from you. I know we've been reading in the newspapers that, interest rates continue being very low in the U.S., and definitely the home buying continue moving definitely in different places and cities or outside the cities in the U.S. But you see the interest rates continue low, that will continue the real estate market in the U.S.?
Well, that's what it appears to be. They're predicting that the interest rates will remain low. There's no talk of interest rates going up. And that is definitely an impetus, most significantly for the entry level. And our entry level here in Beverly Hills is I'm embarrassed to say what that price is, but because for all over the world, it's that would never be entry level. But here in Beverly Hills and the greater Los Angeles area, entry level is $1 million or below, or really $1.5 million or below. And that is, the market is so strong in that price point, with multiple offers, as many as one property that we were just recently discussing or involved with 27 offers.
Wow.
And the reason for, so much of the reason for why that is such a strong part of the market is the interest rate. And it is at this point, with the low interest rates, it is cheaper to buy than it is to rent. So that's, and interest rates does make a big difference. On the, luxury, it is less significant, because on the luxury properties, people generally pay all cash, or the financing, the amount of their financing is really much less. So it is always significant, but it is less significant on the luxury than it is on the entry level.
That's good to know. Also, we're curious because we had seen it in the past, Sally, that every time there's an election year, We know there's an pretty much early November. So you see pretty much any affection to that with regards to the market up in the U.S.?
Yeah, traditionally, as you said, we do have, we do have a little uneasiness when there is election, and
Yes.
buyers tend to, anytime there's uneasiness, buyers tend to, just sit tight for a little bit and not make rash moves. But right now, it is very, very strong, and the election is less than 2 months away. So it's imminent. I don't know what's going to happen,
We're not going to ask you.
Nobody knows it. We're not going to hold you to the
We
response
don't
on that.
know the end results, but right now, all I can tell you is that, as far as real estate's concerned, we are busy, and buyers are buying and sellers are selling, and for multiple reasons, but that is absolutely happening.
That's good. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, it really follows the trends that we're seeing here. And after the lockdown, everyone was kind of, in their homes and sheltered in place, as we all know, as we spoke about. And then it was almost like they opened the floodgates and everybody came out, and especially for us here, at least, out of the cities and wanting to get, into the beach areas and open fresh air and less densely populated areas in our case here. So again, we're experiencing the same as you, thankfully, and hopefully it will last on. Typically this point for us here, across the real estate, rentals, and other businesses that we participate in here. And thankfully, as you know, and we hope to see you here soon, it's paradise. We're very lucky to be here in this beautiful place that we're in Mexico, in the Riviera Nayarit, sitting here right now in the canal in Nuevo Vallarta, in this beautiful house that we shared a listing with you. Thank you for bringing this to us. It's a collaboration that we're doing together, and we're enjoying it, and we hope to do many more in the future. We're going to talk to you after this about some other listings that we'd like to talk to you about co-listing and working together on. So I think there's a lot of things that we've been doing together over the years that work really well. Our friendship and strategic partnership is growing stronger, day by day, and doing things like this together is only going to help that. So thanks again for your passion and love that you have for this area of Mexico where we are.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. I can't wait until I'm visiting and down there with you again. I'm just thinking about that on a continual basis.
CEO and founder of SFJ Group, an executive director of the luxury estates with Compass, which is the largest real estate company, as we all know now, in the United States, and growing stronger and stronger every day. You're a huge asset for them, Sally. We're very thankful to have this relationship with you and be working with you and developing all these things that we're doing together. And we look forward to a lot of success in the future.
Well, thank you so much. I look forward to that as well.
Thank you, and stay tuned, because what we're going to do is, at the end of this IG Live International Luxury Real Estate Show today with Sally Forster Jones, we'll finish the show, but we're going to add on the end, as we do, 2 minutes of beautiful video and photos of this incredible property, Hacienda Isla Capitán, here in the canals of Nuevo Vallarta in Nayarit in Mexico. So we're going to put that video out later today or tomorrow on all of our social media. Sally, thank you very much, Sally.
Okay.
Today, we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Jonathan
Thank you very much.
And see you. Looking forward to it.
We'll see you soon here in our paradise. Thank you. Take care.
Yes, I can't wait.